we're back to reality football. I am one of your hosts, Porterhouse.
You still have Skinner here?
Fish over here.
All right, guys. So let's talk some football today, fellas. It's interesting, maybe even surprising games today. And of course, none more surprising than the absolute butt whipping, handed to the Las Vegas Raiders, who were the team of the week after taking Kansas City, as you will, to the brink. A lot of people don't believe in moral victories, however, but people were really hyped on this Raiders team after seeing how they played their division rival. And after 41 points being put up by the Texans and the rest, the Washington football team, the Falcons said, hold my drink.
Right. They sure did.
43 on them. What is up with the Raiders today, guys?
They scored 2 field goals today. Didn't even smell the end zone. So I don't know if it was Atlanta had a really good game plan and an incredible defensive game, or they just fell flat on their faces in Vegas.
Hangover Fish?
Yeah, they had Atlanta had a pick six, but other than that, it was I don't know. It just the Raiders that just moves them back into mid-level AFC teams in my book. So I don't know.
Yeah, we've seen this a lot though. When the team really gets up for a good team and gives it their all, they seem to kind of have a little bit of a hangover or a lull the next week. It could be that. It's hard to tell, but 43, gee whiz.
Yeah.
And you only put up 2 field goals?
It's a head scratcher for sure.
It's a head scratcher. Okay, the Bills, no surprising there, beat the Chargers 27-7. It actually got a little bit closer towards the end there. Some turnovers by the Bills, but the rookie quarterback with the Chargers continually learning. But they're going to be good down the years to come. But Buffalo, they're up in there, man. 8 wins.
Yeah, Herbert had 316 yards passing for the Chargers. Is he pretty much a lock now for rookie of the year?
I can't see anybody else getting that.
Yeah, Burrow is out. Yeah,
I don't see it.
Couple of wins would really help, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he keeps throwing up 300-yard games in a losing effort. You still got to tip your hat to him,
Yeah, but that might be relative. You might be throwing it and not running it because you got no running game.
Well, that's true, too.
They really haven't had a running game since Tomlinson. You think about it.
But Buffalo is something to be excited about. First time in first time in a while.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Exactly.
Good for them. Yeah.
Okay, the New York Football Giants beat a hapless and of course a Joe Burrow-less Cincinnati Bengals, who played a tough game. They won this one. The Giants, my surprise pick to come out of the East. What do you think about these guys?
Well, third straight win, but bad news was Jones for the Giants quarterback got hurt with a hamstring injury in the second half. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so between that and Washington playing better, that's where that Washington very likely will come out of there. But yeah, too bad for New York though. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. But yeah,
some of these teams, Skinner, just have the worst luck I've ever seen, man. Giants certainly are one among them.
Yeah, that game was back and forth. I kind of paid attention to that one. I just wanted to see how bad Cincinnati is or how good they are without Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And they played them tough. They didn't have Mixon
right
in the game today either. So it was a 2-point loss. So I give them kudos. They played tough. It is only the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
But they played tough. They still show grit.
Yeah.
And
they showed grit all year. They showed grit with Burrow, and they showed me a lot of grit today by almost winning this one without him.
Yeah. So, look out for Cincinnati years to come, I think.
Yeah. And if they get just even a little bit better next year, the AFC North might be the most dominant division in football. They're close to being there right now. So
we haven't been able to say that in how many years?
Oh, my God. This is AFC Central?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay, the payback game. The Titans, they lost to the Colts a couple weeks ago. Put it back on them today. 45 points. Take that, Atlanta. Man, Derrick Henry's a monster.
Yeah, 178 yards for him today, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, just elite. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Yeah.
Thing is, the Fish, when you say 100-something yards for him, it's 100-something punishing yards.
Oh yeah.
This guy, man. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit before break
Yeah.
about his fourth quarter. You don't want to tackle this man in the fourth quarter.
No,
It said, I think he actually gets stronger as the game goes on
I
because
do too. I totally agree.
you watch some of his runs in the fourth quarter. Beast mode. I don't know what else there is to say with that guy.
Well, Skinner,
Somewhere Earl Campbell is smiling.
yes, he is.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Earl, you're going to be in the ice tub later. Campbell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, the Vikings won again, barely beating the Panthers by 1. Vikings are technically still alive for the playoffs.
Yeah, missed field goal, 54-yarder for Carolina to lose that game today.
What do you think their chances are?
Slim and none.
Okay, all right. Okay.
They do look better with the running back.
Cook.
Dalvin Cook, yeah, he's
Dalvin
amazing.
Cook.
Right.
They do look better, but I think they had such a big hole after even the first 4 weeks of the season. I just don't see him crawling out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you lose to Dallas and you barely beat the Panthers today with Bridgewater coming back off an injury, and also Carolina's depleted on top of that. But so yeah, I
agree.
don't have a lot of faith in Minnesota making the playoffs this year.
Okay, guys. Now I didn't had a really busy week. Obviously, we had the holidays. I didn't get a prediction video done, but I did predict this game. It was my upset of the week that the Patriots would beat the Cardinals, who have been playing outstanding football as of late. Belichick's only going to take so much, and he did a heck of a game plan today against a really good Cardinals team.
Yeah, I didn't see this coming. I took Arizona over New England. I didn't think there was a chance New England was going to put 2 good games back to back together, but they did. It was a close game pretty much throughout the entire day, and New England victorious there at the end.
You said yourself 20 minutes ago about Belichick. He's a genius.
Yeah.
That win today kept New England at least in the discussion of a playoff run.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
don't know.
Well, while we're in the NFC of the AFC East, the Dolphins still rolling hot. Fitzpatrick back in today, 20-3 over the hapless Jets, who have not won a game yet. But that does help the Dolphins stay in contention. And look out for these guys, man.
Keeps them a game behind Buffalo for the division.
Yeah, Tua got hurt today. Is that right? Was it today or was it during the week?
I heard something like that, so that's why he couldn't play.
Okay.
Of course, we were really all a little miffed about the whole why he got pulled.
Well, he got benched at last week's game. Is this a continuation?
I saw something today about him not being ready to play. So I don't know.
He said he got hurt. It was some injury or something.
I saw an article last week about he came out of the game because he was hurt, and that wasn't the case. And I just think that the whole nonsense of, these former players saying, "Oh, kudos to that coach. He wants to win. He sent a message to his team. No matter who you are, you'll get benched." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, that's a lot of malarkey. I would buy that if it wasn't for the fact that you already benched Fitzpatrick. I don't know, but they won today. Not that they played anybody, so whatever, guys. No surprise here. The Saints demolished the Broncos 31-3. Wow, you talk about COVID slapping you in the face, Fish.
Yeah, Denver had 3 quarterbacks we mentioned earlier with COVID. So yeah, I mean I don't know that I've ever seen anything like it where a wide receiver had to come in and play quarterback for a team because they had no other active quarterback on the roster for a game. So
years ago, the Steelers had to have a quarterback or wide receiver play quarterback. I'm not sure, but this was something.
Well, fellas, it wasn't just a wide receiver. It was a wide receiver from the practice squad.
Oh, that's right.
Who played quarterback in high school.
That's rough.
So, that was COVID smacking him not on the left side of the face, but on the right side at the same time. So
this was an easy win for the Saints. Keeps them up there in the NFC, 9-2. Can't ask for too much better than that.
Yeah, him playing that quarterback today, Skinner. That's the equivalent of like sending in your grandson in place of Keith at the Golden Corral.
That's
It's
about right.
It's just not the same.
It ain't right.
Can't do as much damage. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one, Fish. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I won't get you, but I'll give you that. You know I won't get you. You can laugh, but you know you're going to get got. Just enjoy it.
I'm safely distant for a while.
Yeah, that's why you want to do Skype.
He's taking him haymaker. He's throwing haymakers from across the city.
Yeah. You know what? Your plan is clear to me now. Very smart. Very smart. Okay, guys, the surprise game of the week. The Red Hot Rams lose to the 49ers. Of course, it's a regional game, so anything could happen. The 49ers got some key players back today.
Their defense got healthy.
Hosford came back. Richard Sherman came back. And you could tell how they've been affected by the loss of these players. They put a great game plan together and beat the Red Hot Rams.
Yeah.
Rams made a run back at it. I mean, they had 17 or something like that unanswered points to get right back in the game. But give credit to San Francisco on a quality win today.
Absolutely, the Rams would have been 8-3 with a win today. This knocks them back to 7-4. Really hurts them right now.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts them in the overall power rankings picture, but I don't know if it hurts them playoff wise. They'll bounce back. It was just they took one on the chin today.
Okay. Well, speaking of taking one on the chin, Brady seems to be taking it left and right as of late. Back-to-back. No, there's not back-to-back losses, but there's 2 out of 3, right?
Yeah.
I think it was 4 out of 5, wasn't it?
4 out of the last 5 games.
Well, this is really hurtful. They were getting beat pretty bad. They made a heck of a comeback. And made a game out of it. They lost by a field goal, 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. And
the way that game started with Tyreek Hill. I mean, he had over 200 yards receiving in the first quarter, and that guy covering him. I mean, that poor guy just looked like I need some help out here, man. I can't cover this dude. And they made some adjustments and give Tampa Bay credit to get back in the game, but Brady, although he had some, good yardage today, he had a couple of key interceptions that helped keep them, from making a real run, back at the game, back at it. But I don't know. Does he look more his age to you guys a little bit more? I mean, he has these flashes of greatness and these flashes of, boy.
I hate to say it, but he's starting to, in my opinion. I'm starting to see the one thing that was his strength, his reading of coverages. That was his strength. He made the best online adjustments of anybody I've ever seen. And now he's like, dude, what were you looking at? You don't see Brady throw these types of interception or bad throws. So I don't know. He's every weapon you can imagine around you, and they're still losing.
I'm going to interject and say love him or hate him, but I think he misses Hoodie, to be truthful.
Well, obviously, they were a match. You put that kind of a mind and that type of athlete together, you're going to produce.
Yeah.
So I think they obviously miss each other. So that's why I always say grass ain't always greener,
Right. That was an entertaining game to watch, that's for sure, though.
Yeah, and of course, the Chiefs, that puts them at 10-1, staying pace with my Steelers, or at least a game behind. And they're obviously going to cruise to the playoffs. So, that was it for the scores today, guys. Tonight we got the Bears. They're 6 up over Green Bay Packers are 6 up over the Bears right now. Chicago, man, I don't know about them. Trubisky's back in the starting lineup tonight. Mixed messages with their quarterbacks too. So I don't know. I think this will be an easy win for Green Bay.
I think that team's just a hot mess all around, both sides of the ball, truthfully. And we thought they were going to be one of the stronger defenses in the NFL this year, and they've just fallen flat. So, chalk it up to COVID, maybe. Chalk it up to just a strange season.
Yeah, strange season. Hey, Fish, You want to talk about our Power 12?
Yeah. So last week we started this a couple of weeks ago, Power 5 ranking. So we thought we'd expand it to the Power 30. Then we thought 30 was too much because then you're kind of ranking all the teams. It doesn't make much sense to do that. So then we kind of backed up a little bit and said, well, we just do the Power 12. Why 12?
Hold on. If you
Not
do the
sure.
Power 30, if you do the Power 30, that's easy because all you got to do is pick one team, the one you leave out.
That's right. Yeah. Right. So then you leave out like Atlanta or you leave the Jets. Excuse me. You have the Jets and everybody else, right? So yeah. So anyways, we thought we'd do our Power 12. Why 12? Why not? Right. So what I got here, and I'll just start since I led it here. But
well, before you start, let me ask that.
Go ahead.
Skinner has suggested 10.
Right.
Which is a normal thing, your top 10 or whatever. But there are so many teams hovering around each other.
Right.
And so many teams that look great one week and not so great the next. We thought 12 would just, I suggested 12 might be a little bit more visual, make more sense. So that's
there you go. Okay, perfect. All right. So fair enough. So my 12, you want to count up or down? What you guys
let's start at 12.
All right. So my number 12, I have the Washington football team.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Somebody from the NFC East.
They they're the inside track for the playoffs. I thought their defense looked very good, as we said earlier in the show. I don't know. I just I got to tell you, it's a game for them to springboard off of to other. Yeah, there's good momentum for them.
I got to say this about that pick, Bish. Well, what you just said about the defense, and I think with them settling on the quarterback with Alex Smith now,
right?
Him getting a win and a springboard, I think that's a very intelligent pick. That could be the team that just continues to rise up. I think that's a really smart pick.
Thank you. Number 11, I got Miami. They've been moving quarterbacks back and forth. They still have good momentum, good coaching there, it seems. The team believes they can win. Number 10, even though they lost today, I do have Tampa Bay in there, and I don't know. I just thought the fact that they could have easily rolled over today and let Tyreek Hill get 400 yards receiving, and they did make a run back at it today. And as you mentioned just a few moments ago, they do have a lot of talent around them. I still think they are a playoff team at the moment. 9, I've got Cleveland. As all the things you talked about earlier, Mayfield just wants to win. I think there's good coaching there, good leadership. The players are buying into it. Strong running game. There you go. Number 8, Seattle. I'm just kind of number 7, Green Bay.
Wow, really that low?
Yeah, I just don't know if there's a whole bunch else around the offense of Aaron Rodgers there just yet for me. Even though they lost today, the Rams I think are a bit more of a complete team. That's my number 6.
Right.
5, Buffalo. Again, sloppy game today, but I thought they, again, they're still winning though.
Yeah.
Number 4, the Saints. Beat up on a team they should have demolished today, and they certainly did. And then my top 3 the top 4 are the same as last week. Saints number 4. I got Tennessee number 3. Again, Derrick Henry and Tannehill still playing well. I mean, it's just overall great coach team and everything. Number 2, Pittsburgh, and number 1, Chiefs. Chiefs is playing on a different level right now. Mahomes won 19 of his last 20 starts. He just looks incredible. There you have it. There's my top 12.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I love the Washington pick. I was surprised at Green Bay's. Even surprised at Seattle too.
All right, what do you got?
Seattle. Interesting.
What do you got, Keith?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and starting at number 12, certainly I have the Miami Dolphins, who are deserving to be in this list right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not beating world beaters, but they're winning, and they're playing good football. At number 11, I got the Cleveland Browns. Um, they definitely deserve to be in this right now. Just for the fact that they haven't been 8-3 since I think like I can't remember when. This is a tremendous turnaround. It's such a weird season right now that nobody's paying attention. But let me say it. If you haven't noticed, the Browns are 8-3.
Yeah, it was like since Vinny Testaverde days. They
Yeah.
haven't been that good.
Yeah.
Any other season, this would be such a huge deal.
Yeah.
But so I don't want to just not give them their props. They're 8-3 right now. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
Your Keith, your first two are interesting, but I'm curious to see what your next 10 are going to be like.
All right, at number 10, they dropped down a lot. That's the Baltimore Ravens. I think they lost a lot of their toughness. So by record alone, I got them at number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, I got the Colts. Even though they lost today, it was a division game. They're still tough, and I got them there. And then I got the Rams. Still a good football team. They were trending upward. Maybe even though they lost a few games, but just on talent alone, I still got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got 7 wins. You just think one of these days they're going to get it together and watch out. They're going to figure it out, They haven't figured it out yet. And then I have the Titans at number 6. I think one of the toughest teams in football right now that nobody wants to face. And then at 5, I still got Seattle Seahawks. I think when Russ is hot, Russ is hot. And even though they dipped a little bit, I still think that's a great football team. The Green Bay Packers, they continue to win. They're real well balanced. They can run. They can throw. Defense is good. And I think they're going to get better and better and better and get a win tonight. Okay, and Rodgers just got stepped on, so I hope that isn't serious. But my top 3, I have the New Orleans Saints. They're 9-2. What else can you say? Peyton keeps putting game plans together to make them successful, even without their quarterback. And then I have a flip-flop from last week. I got Pittsburgh 2 and Kansas City 1. I had Pittsburgh last week because I was gaining more and more respect for them and how they were just carrying themselves since the Dallas game, even though that was a win. I never seen a team get more crap over a win. But anyway, Kansas City just looks the part. They just looks the part. They came in and slapped Tampa Bay around early today. And, man, Tyreek, Mahomes, there's nobody playing like them. You got to give them number 1 spot.
Interesting. Yeah, you guys' picks are interesting. A little bit different than mine for my Power 12.
Boy, this ought to be good.
Yeah, I don't have Indy or Miami anywhere in the top 12, which is
Shut your face.
Yeah. Well, I had a hard time with number 12. I have it Arizona/Vegas. I think both teams, and the reason I say that because I purposely left Miami out and I purposely left Indy out. You asked me last week, I think, or maybe the week before, is what is my thoughts on, am I on the Indianapolis bandwagon? And I told you then I'm not. They've not impressed me. And after this week, we still don't know who that Indianapolis Colts team is. So Arizona and Vegas, to me, can beat Indy, and I think they're going to be able to beat Miami. So that's why I have them both at 12.
I just want to say, Skid, if Arizona or if Vegas had won today or Arizona, they'd be in my top 12. Yeah.
And I even with them both losing this week, I still have them there. I got Tampa Bay at number 11. 4 out of the last 5 games, they showed us a little bit this second half of today's game, but they had such a hole, giving up 359 yards and 3 touchdowns there to Tariq in the first half alone. I don't think Tampa Bay has it. I think they're going to make the playoffs, but I see them a one and done. Baltimore is number 10. Very easily could be on my number 13 looking in, just because for the reasons you guys have already discussed. Baltimore, they don't scare anybody, and they certainly don't scare themselves. They should be scaring themselves right now. I have Seattle at 9. I'm still not sold on them. They are an up and down streaky team. but they are a scary team. You catch them on the right night, and they're going to pound you in the face and
Yeah.
slam the ball down your throats, and the defense is going to not let you even get 5 yards in a series. So they're up there. I have Cleveland at number 8, only because of Baker Mayfield. I'm going to be honest. He scares me. Being a Browns fan, being from Northeast Ohio, I see what Cleveland does.
Wait a
Baker
minute.
Mayfield.
Scare you in a good way or bad way?
Oh, he scares me in a bad way. He couldn't hit
Okay.
the. I'm going to say it again, like I said earlier in the show. He couldn't hit a broadside of a barn today if he was 5 yards in front of it. So, luckily, he's got Chubb and Kareem Hunt to get him out of that, because I don't know what his problem is this year. I don't know if it's COVID. I don't know if it's the weird, quote unquote, weird NFL season, but he just scares me. I got Buffalo at number 7. They've dropped down. They're that scary team that nobody's really talking about them, but everybody's talking about them, if that makes sense. They're not flashy. They're not doing anything that makes you go, wow, but they keep winning. And that's what's scary, is they keep winning. They find a way to win no matter who the opponent is. Green Bay kind of disappointed me losing last week. I could drop them out of my top 5 there into my number 6. But you can't count out Aaron Rodgers no matter who he's playing with. My number 5 moved into the top 5 is Tennessee Titans, and I want Derrick Henry having the ball 35 times a game. If I'm
Yeah,
Tennessee,
I know that's right.
give him the ball, you're going to win the game. They had a couple losses where he did have 100 yards rushing, but a game like today, I want to see 35 yards. I want to see him touching the pigskin 35 times. I have Rams at number 4. Actually, my top 4 haven't changed. I have Rams still at number 4, even losing today. I still think they're a team to beat in the NFC, with New Orleans right in front of them at number 3. I got Pittsburgh at number 2. I can't push them down or move them up. They didn't play. And KC today, they impressed the heck out of me, even more than I've already been impressed the entire season. So those are my picks, my top 12 power rankings for this coming week. So we've got about 2 minutes left. Anything you guys find interesting that with mine not having Miami kind of got you there at the beginning?
Real quick, I love the respect that we all have for the Titans right now. And also, I want to make an adjustment to my list, and it's going to push somebody out to end up being the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to have to push out. I totally forgot about the Buffalo Bills, and so I'll put them in right at 9 above the Rams.
Gotcha. Well, Fish, how do they find us on TikTok and Facebook and all those wonderful platforms that we're out there right now? We cut it short here.
Sure. Sorry about that. Yeah, you may be listening to us on internet radio right now. So we are on WMVU.org on Monday nights at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're listening there, thank you. Tell a friend. We also have the same recording on podcast version. You can find the podcast posted on all major platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Just look for the Reality Football Podcast. Look for our logo with the microphone and football in the background. Give us a subscribe if you're listening to us on podcasts. We would appreciate a rating and a review if you would not mind. That helps us others find if you're looking for, bad football shows, we need that extra demographic. I'm joking. Facebook, we put video versions of the show on Facebook, and look at Reality Football 1, or look for the hashtag Reality Football 1 on Facebook or YouTube to find our channel. We are also on the Twitters, Reality Football 1, and Instagram. We've actually gained a few followers on Instagram this past week. So Reality Football, all one word, Reality Football _330. And as most 50-plus-year-olds are on, looking for TikTok, you can find us there at Reality Football on TikTok as well. So we're out there a lot of places. So we appreciate your support and your views and follows and all that. Thank you to all our fans out there listening. And if you're listening to us and not liking or subscribing or following us, please take a few seconds and do so. It helps build us up and helps others find us out there.
Very good. Well, we are at the end of our show. Appreciate you guys listening in. This is Skinner for Reality Football with Fish and Porterhouse.
All right.
Have yourself a great week, and we'll look for some content during the week this week. Have a great one.
Peace.
Dukes.